Who would have thought that this Will Smith, Martin Lawrence buddy cop movie would have been the most patriotic blockbuster movie since Top Gun Maverick? I'll discuss that and all the rest of the fun details in this spoiler-free review of Bad Boys Ride or Die. Mike and Marcus's conflicting personalities continue to make their jobs as Miami police officers interesting, but when Marcus suffers a health scare, he believes he has now become enlightened. Now, even though he feels at peace, he sees a storm coming, and that storm is going to potentially send ripples through the entire police department and turn these longtime partners into fugitives. Now, the much older duo must find people they can trust and find the evidence that will prove their innocence and get to the bottom of a much deeper mystery. I'm just going to say it. I was not really looking forward to Bad Boys Ride or Die, but it turned out to be the most fun I've had at the theater in years. First of all, we had a great crowd, so that's a differentiator that not everyone will have. But what every ticket buyer will get to enjoy is a fast-paced, creatively directed film that feels both contemporary and like a nostalgic flashback to 90s blockbusters.
Now I take the 3 in the front, you take the 6 in the back. Oh, no, you not.
Helmed by young hip directors Adil El Arbi and Balil Fallah, they clearly wanted to capture the tone and techniques of the Michael Bay, Jerry Bruckheimer original, while also stamping it with their own style. This approach is established from the first scene when Martin Lawrence wants a pause from their emergency situation to buy snacks at a convenience store.
Get a ginger ale and nothing else.
Specifically, there is one shot of him looking at the time, but we see it from the perspective of his wristwatch. It's ridiculous and unnecessary, but it establishes the over-the-top adventure we're about to take with these familiar characters. Now, this is a very rated R film, primarily for language, but it also includes some quick, extreme violence that reminded me of the John Wick films. So, sensitive audiences should be warned, and though those elements seemed on brand and didn't faze me much, there was one scene with explicit dialogue that felt like it belonged in a totally different movie, and I wish that could have been excluded. Now, for those that, when they think of Will Smith, only remember the infamous slap at the Oscars, this fourth Bad Boys will remind you how charming and funny he can be, and help you remember why he at one point ruled the summer box office. And there may be a pretty clever reference to his slap at one vital moment of the story as well. At times, Martin Lawrence steals the show with his confident incompetence. I forgot just how funny he can be, and though something about his comedy feels a little dated, that antiquated humor matches his character and the journey he's taking. As much time as these two stars have on screen, there is one character that absolutely steals the show. I won't even mention who it is because it's so unexpected. I think that's part of the charm. This character has one specific scene that literally earned 2 long ovations from the crowd in my theater. I'm not exaggerating. Even the characters in the movie couldn't hold back their astonishment. This character is so cool and the scenes are so fun, I'm getting goosebumps just vaguely describing them. Also, something I was not expecting was a very patriotic tone in this film. And again, I want to keep it vague, but I will describe it as an homage to the US Marines. It's elements like these, some really fun cameos, dizzying editing, and the best windshield wiper fluid joke I've ever seen in a film that makes Bad Boys Ride or Die a crowd pleaser for both young adults who prefer social media and middle-aged dudes like me who yearn for brainless blockbusters from summers long ago. For my overall rating, though my preference leans more towards the award-contending movies that come out in the fall, Bad Boys Ride or Die achieves exactly what it sets out to do. Mindlessly entertain for 2 hours and have its audience smiling as they leave the theater. I'm giving it a solid 4 out of 5 stars, and I really want to encourage you, if you can handle the R rating, to check this out in the theater to enjoy the silly adventure with a crowd. I don't think you'll be disappointed. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this review, please take a moment to like this video, subscribe to this channel, and ring the notification bell so you never miss any of my future reviews. Also, you can watch some of my previous reviews by clicking on one of these boxes.